Buying a whole beef tenderloin saves me money, so let me show you guys how I break it down. This is a whole beef tenderloin before it's broken down into steaks. It was a little bloody, so I used some paper towels to pat it down dry. I bought it at Sam's Club for $126. This tenderloin was actually pretty fatty, which is a good thing because I plan on making beef tallow with all the fat trimmings. The little weird side piece right here is called a chain. There's a lot of meat on here that's perfect for tacos or stir fries. Once you get it separated and exposed, you can usually start pulling it apart with your hand. I'm using my knife slowly to detach it and kind of wiggle it loose. This piece right here is called a head roast. You can usually find the natural seam, pull it apart with your hands a little, and then slice it off with your knife. It's thick, uneven, and really good for roasting or steak bites. Now comes the tedious part, trimming all the excess fat. Before starting this process, make sure you have a really sharp knife so you can remove all the fat without wasting any meat. Now that I have removed most of the fat, I'm going to start taking off the silver skin. If you have a fillet knife, I definitely recommend you using one. Mine mysteriously has went missing, so I'm using my regular knife instead. Thankfully, it's still really sharp. Once you get part of the silver skin lifted, you can usually pull it off by hand. Now that everything is cleaned up, I'm ready to start cutting the tenderloin. First, I'm cutting off the tail, and then I'm cutting the section that they call the Chateaubriand. I'm cutting my fillets into 1-inch thick pieces. I'm using the tail and the head roast for steak tips that I plan on making steak and eggs for breakfast. Next, I'm going to trim the rest of the fat off the chain and slicing it thin for tacos and stir fry. And that's the full breakdown of a whole beef tenderloin, from the chain to the head roast, the tail, the Chateaubriand, the center cut filet mignon steaks. Nothing goes to waste. What starts off as one giant piece of beef turns into multiple meals. And honestly, learning how to break down meat like this completely changes the way that you look at cooking. I actually learned this back in culinary school during meat class, and I'm not gonna lie, my professor would probably be proud watching this.